Very short, 1.50 to 1.57 meters, 4 feet 11 to 5 feet 2. At this height range, your biology prioritizes efficiency above everything else. Your compact body requires fewer calories to maintain breathing, circulation, and internal temperature. That means you need less food just to stay alive. In environments where resources were scarce or unpredictable, this gave you a decisive advantage. Your smaller frame also releases heat faster. With a higher skin surface to mass ratio, excess heat escapes more efficiently, reducing your risk of overheating in hot climates. This is why people at your height were historically common in equatorial regions, including parts of Southeast Asia, Central Africa, and the Amazon basin. While larger bodies struggled under heat stress, your body maintained a stable core temperature and kept functioning. Your joint mechanics also work in your favor. Shorter limbs reduce leverage stress on your knees and hips, lowering long-term wear. Over decades of walking, carrying, and working, damage accumulates more slowly in your body. In survival terms, this was never about strength or speed. It was about you lasting longer when conditions turned hostile. Short. Height range, 1.58 to 1.64 meters, 5 feet 2 to 5 feet 5. Here, efficiency meets durability in your body. Blood travels shorter distances from your heart to your organs, reducing the pressure required with every heartbeat. When your heart beats roughly 100,000 times per day, even small efficiency gains compound across decades. At this height, you consistently show lower rates of cardiovascular strain, independent of lifestyle factors. Your body also tends to have lower baseline energy demands, which matters when food becomes limited. In regions where famine occurred regularly, such as parts of Central America, southern China, Vietnam, and the Philippines, bodies like yours survived more reliably because they simply required less fuel. You also tend to experience favorable aging outcomes, with lower metabolic stress over time. Not because of lifestyle advantages, but because your body's design places less constant demand on vital systems. Average. Height range, 1.65 to 1.73 meters, 5 feet 5 to 5 feet 8. At this height, your body sits at a well-documented low point for overall mortality risk. Large population studies repeatedly show that people at your height experience fewer deaths from multiple causes compared to both shorter and taller extremes. Your body is large enough to handle physical demands, but small enough to remain energy efficient. Your cell count also matters. Taller bodies contain more cells, and every cell division carries a small chance of error. Because you have fewer total cells, you have fewer opportunities for mutations. This helps explain the consistently lower cancer rates seen at your height. This is also the global reference point. The height most environments, tools, and spaces quietly assume when they are designed. Biologically, your body represents balance rather than specialization. Your strength, speed, coordination, and endurance all sit near the middle range. Historically, this height became common across regions with mixed climates and changing demands, including parts of the Mediterranean, East Asia, and the Middle East. Your ancestors rarely faced the same challenge 2 days in a row. One day demanded running, the next climbing, the next fighting. Bodies like yours adapted well to changing demands without excelling in only one area. Evolution optimized you for one outcome: surviving long enough to reproduce multiple times and raise offspring to adulthood. Across thousands of generations, bodies like yours kept winning that test. Tall. Height range, 1.74 to 1.83 meters, 5 feet 9 to 6 feet 0. At this height, your longer limbs function as force multipliers. Lifting, throwing, and covering distance become more effective for you with less relative effort. Each stride covers more ground. Each reach extends farther. This made your height ideal for tool use and physical dominance tasks. In cold environments, your size becomes a survival advantage. Your larger body retains heat more efficiently, reducing energy loss in freezing conditions. This is why people at your height historically concentrated in northern latitudes, including Northern Europe and parts of the British Isles. In those climates, being large was not optional for you. It was protective. Modern studies also show that people at your height often have lower risks for certain cardiovascular conditions. But this comes with trade-offs elsewhere. As your power and reach increase, so do your long-term maintenance demands. Very tall. Height range: 1.84 to 1.93 meters. 6 feet 0 to 6 feet 4. Here, your physical presence peaks. Your long limbs combined with significant body mass create exceptional absolute strength. Social perception shifts as well. Your size alone triggers subconscious responses related to dominance and authority. But your biological costs rise sharply. Your energy requirements increase. Your joints absorb higher forces during normal movement. Your heart works harder simply to maintain circulation. Research also links your stature with increased risks for certain cancers, likely because your body contains more total cells. In modern, high-nutrition societies with abundant food and advanced healthcare, your height performs well. In ancient scarcity, however, it became a liability. For you, strength mattered less than sustainability. Upper limit. Height range: 1.94 to 2.11 meters. 6 feet 4 to 6 feet 11. At this scale, your body operates near its mechanical limits. Your cardiovascular system remains under constant load. Your joints experience extreme stress during basic movement. Daily life becomes physically inefficient. Your height only functions reliably under modern conditions. Continuous food access. Advanced medical care. Minimal survival demands. These conditions exist mainly in highly developed, resource-rich societies. Remove those supports, and your system fails quickly. Historically, bodies like yours rarely reproduced successfully before modern civilization removed natural constraints. This was not an advantage evolution selected for. It is a byproduct of abundance overriding survival filters. Today, most evolutionary advantages tied to height barely matter. Technology, climate control, and food abundance removed many survival pressures. What replaced biology was culture. Society now rewards certain heights, even when they have no real survival value. That does not mean your height is flawed. Your height is a survival strategy shaped by the past. It is not outdated. So, how tall are you? Comment your height below and subscribe for more.